From the School of Engineering and Advanced Technology. His name is Andrew Drain. The title of his presentation is Inclusive Agriculture, Co-Design with People with Disabilities in Rural Cambodia. A round of applause for Andrew Drain.
I do not go to work. I do not go to school. I sit on the floor of my grandmother's house for 5 hours each day and do nothing until my mother comes to get me. This is a quote from Meng, a 17-year-old landmine victim in rural Cambodia. Playing with a landmine at 8 years old resulted in the mine exploding, killing Meng's friend, and leaving Meng blind and without one of his arms. Now, technology has the ability to greatly improve Meng's life and allow him to participate fully in Cambodian society. However, there are hundreds of projects around the world that have looked to implement technology into developing countries, but have failed to create long-term positive impact. And so the question must be asked, how can Western practitioners design and implement technology that actually has a positive impact over a long period of time? Co-design could be the answer to this question. Co-design is the process of designer-community collaboration during every stage of a project, and it's proved effective in gaining insights and generating buy-in in Western countries. However, when used in developing countries, research shows that while outputting effective solutions, the process itself can be slow and challenging. And a slow process means slower deliverables for funders and longer, more expensive projects. My research aims to improve the effectiveness of the co-design process through the use of design training with communities in developing countries. And it's hoped that by removing some of these challenges, co-design can be adopted by more and more humanitarian projects. To do this, a case study was undertaken with a number of partners in rural Cambodia. I collaborated with 46 people with disabilities and aimed to co-design technology that allowed these individuals to have better access to traditional farming practices. And this is really important, as 80% of Cambodians live rurally, with most engaged in farming. And so for people with disability, such as the estimated 50,000 landmine victims, inclusion into traditional farming is currently impossible. Now, this research faced challenges similar to previous work, such as the need for trust relationships, power dynamics, and the community struggling to engage with Western-style activities. But it also showed that spending time building an understanding of the design process and allowing time to practice creative skills through controlled exercises actually had value. This focus resulted in outcomes such as easy communication of progress, an improved ability to create prototypes, and an enhanced sense of ownership. This research not only empowered people with disability, but it also showed that co-design with design training is a promising approach for future humanitarian projects. I sit on the floor in my grandmother's house for 5 hours each day and do nothing until my mother comes to get me. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Judges, comments?
Andrew, wow, you really pulled at our heartstrings there. Such a powerful topic. And I really love the way in which you took the concept of co-design as a method and then explained that and unpacked that for us within the context of not just a single child, but the 50,000 landmine victims. It's staggering. But well done on unpacking that methodology, on locating it within this humanitarian crisis, because I think that's what it is, and for so clearly and cogently communicating that. So well done, really enjoyed it, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Andrew. A very emotive intro there, and wrapping it up and linking it through to the end as well. And I suppose touching on aspects that are a sad reality in a global context. You talked about the long-term positive impact and using this concept of co-design via a staging process working alongside the community in that context to focus on effectiveness. And I think for me, it's also not just the rural context, but which could be a traditional dichotomy, being able to frame that within the wider subset of that humanitarian aspect. So, well done.
Congratulations. Round of applause for Andrew Drain. Thank you, Andrew.